Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. I am Amy with Growing Your Faith, and today we are doing part 2 of our first set of videos, our first Bible journaling creation. And we are going to get started talking about adding text. So this is going to be the main focus of today's video because I really want to share with you how to do this and all the different things that you can. I'm going to try to keep the video short, 10 minutes, I'm hoping, so that you are not overwhelmed or anything like that. So to add text in Procreate, you're going to come over here to this little wrench tool and you're going to tap that. And you're going to go to add, and in this section you can insert a file, insert a photo, take a photo, add text, and then these things down here which I never use. So we're going to go to add text. Now this is going to default to the color that you already have chosen up here in the corner. So you're going to want to make sure that you have the color that you want chosen. So we're going to go with black, and you can see it automatically changes it when I change the color. That's a new thing, and it's super helpful because before you had to do some other things and it was kind of a little bit of a pain. I'm trying to look for my page here. Maybe I should go to Google Photos. So then you can move it, you can resize it. We're going to be over here. Whenever you're using the pen, you're going to have this little thing down here, and you'll click that, and then this gives you some options. This AA option here gives you all of your fonts, their styles, your size and kerning and tracking and leading and baseline and opacity, plus all of this stuff over here. This is not any different than Word or whatever. You're going to kind of use it the same. So that gives you all of that stuff. And then if you click here, you can go to the keyboard here. And then this popped up right here too. So you have another option here that you can work in. I like the other one better just because I can see everything a little bit easier. So let's say we want to change our text. You're just going to tap on that, and then you're going to hit the A here, and then you can choose from all of these different texts. They pop up here so you can see them when they're being changed. Now if you have it to where you can actually type, it's not going to change it, okay, because it's only going to change the next letter that you type. So you want to just click on it without the little cursor in there, have your AA, and then you can pick your text. For this, I kind of liked a typewriter type font just because it just kind of seemed more like Bible-ish, I guess. I don't know. And what we're going to put in here is our verses for today. So our verses for today are 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verses 11 through 14. Okay, so I'm going to stay with this semi-bold, and I'm going to go ahead and drop this down in size a little bit because I want to be able to fit the entire text up here. Okay, and then we need to go get our text. So you can either look at your Bible and you can type this out if you want to, or you can do like I am going to do. And I am going to pull up here like we did the other day. I have Blue Letter Bible on my iPad, and I already have it pulled up to chapter 6 of 1 Corinthians. And this just makes it easier to kind of copy and paste. So we're going to start here at chapter 11. Verse 11. We will have to delete some things in here. But that's okay. I'm fine with that. So you just kind of long press on here. It's going to give you those little cursors, and then you can drag it to where you want to, hit copy, pull this like this, and it gets rid of it. Then you're going to tap on here to where you do have the cursor, long press. Wait. Oh, just tap and then hit paste. Okay, now we can alter and change. You see how my keyboard was different because I was using my finger. Now we can spread this out as far as we want it. We're gonna have to go around our flowers, but that's okay. And then we're gonna want to go back to our, see, this is your keyboard if you're not using your pen. If you're using your pen, then you wind up with a much smaller keyboard, and I'll show you that in a second. So we're gonna shrink this down until everything fits, and we're gonna give ourselves a little bit more space so that we can enter around these flowers. Then we're gonna go back to our keyboard, whoops, which is this one right here, and then hit keyboard, and you see how small this keyboard is? That's because you're using it with your pen instead of your fingers. Okay, so probably the first thing we want to do is get rid of some of this stuff that we don't need. So this title we don't need, the section heading, and I'm going to go ahead and delete the numbers out of here too because I don't need those either. Wait, did I leave the numbers last time? Maybe I did. Let's just go ahead and leave those. So we'll hit 1, 2, 3, type in, whoops, 12. Espacio. I have Spanish on here because I do Duolingo. All right, and we'll do 11 for this one. Okay, so now we have all of our numbers and our verses. I'm gonna drag this down a little bit because I'm gonna put the title up here as well. This is as wide as I want it, but you can see we're tracking over the top of this flower, and I don't actually want that. So I'm gonna come here and I'm gonna hit enter. Oh wait, that's space, not enter, sorry. Wait, let's change our attributes here. So here we've got this text centered. Let's move it like this, and then that will help us. Wait, did it move it? I don't feel like it moved it. It did not. Okay, and hit done. Okay, so now it's all lined up on this side, which helps us to be able to hit enter and it not be right there. Okay, so I'm going to leave that I right here, but at anything, I am going to sorry. Okay. At anything, I am going to hit enter, and there you can see it changes, and then we have it like this. So you can bring this 13 up here if you want to, and I think that's what I'm going to do just to kind of save space. I thought I deleted that. Okay, and then so here we can hit enter, and then at the we can hit enter, and this just helps us to not be over the top of those flowers. And I may need more space, so I may have to shrink my words down a little bit. That's okay, I can do that. And I'm going to put 14 up here to save a little space. I'm going to leave now. Let's see. And then power. And then we have it all wrapped around that flower, and it looks nice, and I like that. Okay, so we're going to add some more text, and this time we're going to do our typing ourselves. So we're going to add text. I think it's still American typewriter, and the size is kind of big. I don't want it quite that big, so I'm going to shrink it down a little bit. And then I'm going to move it over here and go to my keyboard and type in 1 Corinthians 6:11 through 14. Okay, Now I'm going to show you another way that you can shrink this. So if you pull this out to as far as you want it to, as you know, to where it's the whole space, to where it's all in one line, then you can hit this arrow key right here and just shrink it this way. Okay, so then you can kind of base it on how big you want it to be and not have to worry about like the font size, which may be a little bit harder to tell sometimes. Okay, so then let's go ahead and change our color here. I'm going to go with the purple. I'm going to go with whatever pen I have on here, but I am going to add a layer on top here. So we have, when you bring in that text and when you create a new text, it automatically puts it on a new layer. But we need to remember, if we're going to do anything, we need to create another layer so that we can work non-destructively. All right, so whatever pen you have is going to be fine. I am just going to highlight verse 12 because it is, well, that's kind of dark. Maybe I can't do that one. Let's go with this light pink here. So I'm going to highlight my verse here. And you can tell that it's going over the top of my verse. That's okay. I'm going to show you how to fix that in just a second. Okay, so now all we want to do is long hold on that layer and drag it down underneath the layer where we added in the text. And then you can see it just looks like highlight, okay? Can you see that? That makes it where you can like highlight verses and stuff like that, which is super, super awesome. Okay, so now on this other side, you can type in notes or so use the same thing that we did right here, or a prayer or whatever you want to put over here is totally fine. I was trying to see if I had mine to where I could see it. So I just went with a pen and wrote in some notes, and you can do that as well. I think probably if you haven't used Procreate before, when you click on a pen, you're probably not going to wind up with this soft brush. This is my inking brush, which I will talk about more whenever we get to that. Yeah, I can't find it. So, normally I use a mono weight brush, and then I can do my typing or my writing and stuff like that. So I'll just write in, well, not in pink. Let's go back to black and make it a little bigger. So remember, I told you that this is the way you're going to change your brush sizes. Here, I think we went back to purple. So this is really cool because you can use this as a journal even, which is really kind of cool. You can also do like the soap method over here if you wanted to, which would be awesome. You could write down any type of notes that you have. And then, but here, let me show you. So on this layer, I put this notes and those highlights on the same layer. Probably don't want to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and, whoops, take that back off, just because I want to be very careful what I put on the same layers so that I don't mess things up. Okay, so again, you can do all of your note taking and everything over here. So now we're just going to come in and we're going to add some more of our images. Make sure you have the layer selected. So you can see this bright blue here means that this is the layer that I have selected. So when I hit this, it's gonna highlight what I have selected so that I can move it and work with it. But that's not what I wanted. I wanted this flower up here. So I'm gonna select that and I'm gonna move it over here. You don't have to be on top of it. So whatever's selected, it will move no matter where your pen is at, which is really, really nice. To resize our image, you're just going to, you want to make sure that you have uniform clicked, because that means everything moves without distorting the image here. If you do freeform, it's gonna do like this, right? And that's not what we want. So I'm gonna hit back and change it back. And then I'm gonna move it back over here and I'm gonna shrink it down. Oh wait, I'm still on freeform. See, don't do that. And then if you want to change the rotation of it, you're gonna use this little green thing right here, okay? So I'm just gonna put this right here, and then tapping doesn't do anything. You have to unselect it, you have to hit this arrow up here. Okay, and then we're going to add in our butterfly. Make sure that your layer is selected, and then we're gonna click on our selection tool here, and then we're gonna drop the size down. So I am just going to put this big one right here. This butterfly is so pretty. I just love it. Let's make it a little bit smaller so that we can have our dragonfly in here too. And then I'm gonna go ahead and duplicate it because I know that I want 2 of them. Okay, so now I have one of them, the layer selected, and I can move it, and I'm actually going to shrink it even down further, and I'm gonna put it on top of this little tulip here. Now, I am underneath the tulip, so you can see right here where you can see the tulip on top of the butterfly, and we don't want that, so we're gonna take and we're gonna long press and we're gonna pull it up over the tulip. There you go, and you can see that he's like resting on it now without all that see-through stuff. Okay, and now we're gonna add in some of our dragonflies. We'll hit select and put him up here, and then we'll grab this purpley one, oops, and shrink him down a little bit. And I think we'll just put him, maybe we'll put him on top of this flower. Okay, so I gotta pull him up over the top of the flower as well. There we go. And our page is all decorated. So remember to write in your notes or type in your notes, oops, over here, so that you have a finished page. Put your designs here, your PNG images, wherever you would like to put them. It's totally up to you how you want to design your page. You could even put the words over here if you wanted to, with all of your other information over here. You can mark on these words, so if you create another layer on top of them, oops, I didn't add a layer. Then you could come in here with some of your colors and do other type markings, such where some of you, maybe you want to mark the people who Paul was talking to in this verse. You can circle all of these like this. You can do all of your markings. So let's go back to this purple, and we can mark our Lord Jesus Christ, just like that, and the Spirit of God. And then we have all of these markings here as well. So you could totally do an inductive study on this page every single day, and then just save them. So I'll show you how to save them really quick. We're going to go back to this tool, and we're going to hit share, and we're going to hit PNG, and then we're going to save image, and it is going to save it to our camera roll. So then you can share those on social media platforms or whatever. So if you have done this with me, I would love to see your page. So if you could, head over to the group, Growing Your Faith, one page at a time. The link will be in the description down below. And then you can share your page with us. I am so happy to be able to do these videos for you. I hope this was helpful for you, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.